I'll wait. I'll wait. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'll wait. Yeah, I'll make it make sense. I'm so heavily shadow banned. It is unfreaking real. What I must say must really, really tear into the heart of evil. It must do. How can somebody so small in the sense of just a healer, how can I affect an algorithm so badly that out of 100 and whatever thousand subscribers I've got, I get literally 5 people, 10 people. They will not allow my videos to be seen anywhere. It is a badge of honor. Of course it is. And some of you will come and find it through the week. And I might get 1,000 people who see a video. I used to get 2, 3, 400,000 people. Normally I used to get like minimum of 5,000 plus. It just shows you, it really shows you who's speaking the truth. That is definitely what I think, because they are brutal. I've put in about 5 or 6 times for a review with regards to my conversation, and you know it's unfair that they've taken my stuff down now that everybody's saying the same as what I'm saying. They never said it 5 years ago, but they're saying it now, but they still won't let me on. And yet everything that they took me off from here has been said by all the new podcasters now. So they won't let me monetize my channel, which I'm not bothered about. But that monetization was great for all of you guys, because I was sending tons of crystals out to everybody, because the money that came in was free. So it was like I have my own business. This wasn't a business. So I was getting 2,000-3,000 a month, and I was shipping out crystals everywhere. It was great. It was free. And I was saying, yeah, it's okay. It's no problem. It's like, you know, anyway, I still do. I still ship out crystals free anyway with my company. That's not the point, but it's great when I was able to monetize, because I really able to ship tons out. Fabulous, really. But yeah, they stopped that as well. The after effect, the ripple effect, they call it. Welcome everybody to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. I am so glad you're on here. Again, I've got to apologize for the video, the post that I put out there. An apology, not because I posted it, because I don't apologize for posting that post, because it was a joke. And if you found it offensive, then that's fine. That's your right to find offensive. But do you want me to show you some of them? No. Some of the messages were awful, really horrible. And it's almost like people are waiting for me to be a bad person and to say, oh, I told you what he was like. I told you what he was like. He waited a long time. Skellington, I told you what he was like. Hey, there you go. I'm either a fantastic actor. My partner said I'd make a brilliant actor. I wouldn't, because I'm frightened of a big camera. I can talk and have fun, but if there's a big camera in my face, just watch it. Just watch when I went on Blind Date. Just watch that video. Absolutely petrified. Like literally petrified when I went on, and I realized, nah, TV is definitely not for me. But this is the truth. This is hand on heart. Just split up from my wife, and I don't know, it was a year or 6 months. I don't know. It might have been 2 years, but I was really I was actually wanting to meet somebody, hand on heart. And I thought, oh, it'll be fun. But imagine if I met somebody but yeah, sincere went on that program. So yeah, panic stations when the camera went on and all of those people were watching in the audience. Not for me, not for me at all. Let's have a look.
Hay una nueva forma de ahorrar en Vinted, la electrónica de segunda mano. Encuentra ofertas increíbles en teléfonos, tablets y más. Y para mayor tranquilidad, usa nuestro servicio de verificación.
Go on then. See if we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blind Date.
I like to show this.
And here is
just
your
to
host,
show you.
Priscilla Black.
This is the problem. Sorry. It was me wire hanging up. Sorry about that. But that was great. Just pretend I never did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blind Date's greatest hits. And here is your host, Priscilla Black.
Thank you very much indeed. Wow, what a welcome. Hello and welcome to Blind Date's greatest hits. The greatest moments and most memorable characters from 13th series of Blind Dates. Over the next hour or so, we'll be reliving some fantastic...
It's all right. Won't be an hour. It's only 2 minutes.
And also...
It's only 2 minutes. Don't worry.
...things that no one has seen before. Yes, indeed. Like the original, never transmitted, first ever Blind Date. And also some of those classic bloopers when things didn't go exactly to plan. But let's start off with a look at some of the faces you've known and loved over the years.
Question 1. My idea of a romantic evening is a night in with a video and a takeaway. If you were to choose both of them, what would you pick and why?
I think I'd pick for us Dances with Wolves. Because what I'd say, I'm buggering up here, excuse me. As an auctioneer, I have a few problems and again. I'm really sorry. Priscilla, I am so sorry. I'm really sorry. I thought television was for me, but I'm wrong.
Nico, they're all dying to know now. Did you ever get it right, Chuck?
Eventually, Scylla.
You did. You know, I wouldn't have recognised you, love. I mean, you changed everything, haven't you? What happened to your hair? It looks lovely. You look gorgeous, doesn't it? But more importantly, I don't care what happened to your hair. What happened to those chicken bones?
My mum nicked them for soup.
I don't blame her. Mind you, not that Nico was the only fashion victim we had on the show.
I don't even know why I put that on, but I do sometimes put that up. But I also put up the video where the actual show was, where me and I can't remember her name, the whole of the video itself. And I was talking to, actually, it was really lovely having a guest round yesterday, Mark Curry. It was really nice having Mark round at the farm. We had a lovely chat. And I was telling him, you probably remember Mark Curry if you're from the UK. He was a client of mine as when I was a psychic reader, and we became friends, and we've been friends ever since. And he was Blue Peter, if you remember Blue Peter. So, yeah. Anyway, we talked about it, and I was telling him about how they took reels and reels, hours and hours of footage, and just made me out to look really bad, really, really bad. So yeah, I was called the Blind Date Rat. I've shown people, but I like to show that video because I like people to see, you know, That's really the only thing I've done as way of TV. I did a couple of shows, Everything Must Go. I did a couple of little shows where I was on just for a short moment or two when I was an auctioneer. Before all of these shows came up, that are all now on daytime TV about auctions, I was one of the first to be on them shows because I had an auction house, and it all just started when I was selling up and leaving. That's when they were starting to do these shows. So yeah, that said, let's just move that aside. And what did I want to talk about? Oh yeah. So there's a massive amount of coverage with regards to taking your own life. And I really encourage people not to comment on social media anymore. And the reason why is because social media isn't what it used to be. It literally used to be people having a chin wag and having a talk and a discussion. And many, many years ago, it was never as brutal as it is now. Now it's a cesspit. Now it's shills. There's even a guy yesterday that, jumped on one of my comments. I just, as you do, click on to who is this guy saying what he's saying. And the last comment it said above was, that's enough for, what's it called when you're not following, but just attacking somebody, going after them all the time. There's a word for it. So he said that word, and I thought, oh yeah, so you just go around attacking people and enjoying it. Literally, there are people on now that have lost their complete consciousness, that's gone. All they work on is a brain set, and they're feeding an addiction, which is called the internet. And because this guy probably still lives with his mum, this older guy probably hasn't done anything in his life. You can see how the anger and the aggression, and he's probably on the dole. He's probably not doing anything, and he's spending all day just trolling. He even says it. That's enough trolling today. So literally, people are trolling people. That's why I'm saying, every time I make a comment, which was simply a comment that popped up, and I wish it didn't. I wish things don't pop up on my screen, but they're popping up. Where are they all coming from? I didn't ask these to pop up, but it's these companies called, Daily Mail, which I spend all day blocking. They keep coming up. No such thing as blocking Daily Mail. There's no such thing as blocking, the government and all of these. You can't block them. Even if you put block, it doesn't come up again, comes up again. And someone came up with two sisters who were either actors or singers, wherever it was, America or wherever. And they decided to take their life at the same time, euthanasia. And all I could think underneath, and I shouldn't have done, I just said heartbreaking. And this absolute gherkin, this plonk, said something. Did I even, because I wanted to talk about it. Because he said, a few things which were just just brain dead moron talk, like that's all I can hear. But there was a point, and the point was, I actually wrote it down here. The point was, basically we're saying, how can you take your life if it's your own? My point was not that. It was heartbreaking because I've been a healer for many years now, and I've gone into properties where people have said that, look, Mark, I don't believe in any of this, grown men saying I bought this house and I can't explain why, but it's freaking me out. And I've heard that you're a psychic and you're a healer. Do you know anything about these strange things, ghosts or what apparitions and things that we've seen and things that have happened in the house, many things that happen in the house, tons of things that don't make any sense. And a few weeks go by when they buy the house and it becomes evident that they can't cope with this anymore because it is not now. Oh, no proof though. There's no proof though. Oh, just bog off, you stupid man. Right. So like when you're a healer and you go into these houses, you don't go in thinking, oh yeah, it's like you go in with a balanced approach. It could be anything. And I've told you loads of times that there are many times that I've gone into a house and says, oh, there's an issue here, or this is the problem, or it's your air conditioning unit, or it's this, or it's that. So many reasons, and the wind's blowing and it's pulling this up because of that reason. And all right, thank God for that. Loads of times, nothing in the house, no problem at all. But there are many times that there is issues, and that windows break, mirrors crack all the time. Things move, literally. Like a lot of the times when things move, sometimes people have, they sleep and they get up and they move things around and they don't know. These things do happen. Absolutely they do. But when you go into a house and you've gone into enough and you start to feel the sensation of whether it's what I call positive or negative energy, you know, you have this feeling, it's a sense. And if there is a spirit in that house, it doesn't take long before you realize there's something in this house that shouldn't be in the house. What I used to do is ask the clients to leave and let me be in the house. And they were always good. They were always really trustworthy because, you know, who am I? They were just found, but they trust me, of course. So I sit down in that stillness because I don't want your energy here because it's confusing to me. I just want to be in my own energy and feel if anything happens. And it doesn't take that long before you realize something is in this house and something isn't right. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I used to spend literally years doing this. And in that time, I can honestly say this, that those that were in that house, which you can't see, but are in that house, that are causing troubles in that house, one of the main reasons that they were in that house is because they took their life. They hung themselves. They took too much pharmaceutical products at once. They decided to do something with a razor blade. This is just one scenario. There's loads of others, but I'm just telling you that one of them is that. So when you take your life, not always, not every time, but when you do, there is a higher chance of you being trapped in between two worlds. And that's where I came in to try and help you back home. So the reason why I posted heartbreaking is because I know that when you take your life, there seems to be a stronger chance of being trapped in between two worlds and not actually being free to go home. And this conversation can last hours and hours and hours. You're going to say, why? And I can say, look, there's loads of reasons, loads stemming back to childhood, your belief system, what you've done in your life, so on, so on, so on. So I don't want to get into that, but it's difficult when you're trying to go on to mainstream. It is mainstream. It's mainstream. Anything to do with, you know, BBC articles, and that's mainstream to me. All of that stuff, you know. So when you go on there and make a comment, I would suggest you don't. Especially when it comes to spirituality, because there's an increase now like never before. At the end of the day, you've got a demonic presence that has never been as strong as now. That is a fact. Nobody can deny it. It's a fact that presence is influencing more and more people by the hour, by the minute. And you're seeing more of an aggressive, more of people angry, more people who are just knee jerks. The jerks. Knee jerk is you're a jerk. You're knee jerking, but there's a reason why you're knee jerking. There's a reason why you're getting angry. There's a reason why you're fearing what's being said. And that is because attachments have never been as brutal as they are now. There is more entity coming from a world which is not your world. It is influencing many people. It's influencing the 95% of people that are not connected to a consciousness. So they're easily led to attack those that have consciousness. So be aware of that, guys. It's so impossible. So that said, I just want to say my sense of humor isn't about breasts and ass of women. I've never been that way. I'm not that way. I'm not pervert. The only thing that I look at normally when I'm on a street and a woman walks past is probably if they've got a dog, or if I'm on a street and my head turns, it's probably because I'm looking at a mobile home, as I still do to this day, even though I've had one and I don't want another one, but I still appreciate nice mobile homes and think, oh, should have kept it. Even though I didn't. I did really fall for somebody in the sense of believed in their amazingness and then became so obsessed by truth and learning about many things that I put this person on a pedestal a long time ago, and I've learned my lesson from that. And then I realized that, this person isn't a good person. I'm watching what this person's doing and how they're acting with women, and this is pervy to me, and I don't like this. No matter who you are, I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, all you're doing is you've found knowledge and you're repeating it. That doesn't make you a wonderful person. The person what makes you wonderful is your actions and how you are with people and how you behave. So I have no time for that. Anyway, let me just tell you something. Right now, there is an overwhelming feeling in my heart that a lot of people are trying to understand why criminals are getting away with so much. And criminals in the sense of the dirty pedophiles. Okay, they're getting away with everything. Meaning that you've got your rapists. And obviously, I made a joke about a meme. And the meme joke was, I can't remember what it was, but it was a joke and people took it literally. Like it was, sometimes I just wish I shouldn't tell jokes, but I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was that bad at all. It was a joke. But anyway, some jokes and don't sit well with people, and that's okay. So, but I was thinking about this. I was thinking about the fact that why is it that so many men after raping children are let out of prison early? Why did they get suspended sentences? Why are they let out on bail straight away? Why are so many predators, nothing ever happens to them? Now, why now? I mean, before in the 80s, a few got put away, but that was low-hanging fruit. There was never anybody famous. It was only the peasants. So why are the peasants? That's what I am. It's what we were. That's what they call us, useless eaters. Why are the peasants getting away? Why are those evil spirits inside that body getting away with raping children now? And it came across to me quite evident why. If you uphold a law, and that law says that if you hurt a child and rape them, and you put them away for 20 or 30 years, it would show that the more pedophiles who are what they call the elite pedophiles, all the politicians and all of the bankers and all of those Epstein files, they're all in Epstein files, all of them. I don't know who they are, but they're everywhere because they're normally at the highest levels, most of them, not all of them, most of them. So these pedophiles are looking and saying, well, how do we protect ourselves from the mob, from the peasants coming together and attacking us? I know. Let us listen. Let us stop let us decriminalize sex rapes, children rapes, so that now nobody's looking at us. We still carry on getting away with it. They're getting away with it, so that nobody's actually looking at these elite pedophiles, because these pedophiles are getting away with it. So we're all saying, hang on a minute, what's going on here? All these pedophiles are getting away with it. They're letting them out early. They're giving them, a puppy dog. Ghislaine Maxwell, she's been given a puppy dog. Have you heard that? She's been taken out of a secure place. This is the most prolific pedophile woman in the world. She was always involved in touching the women. She was always involved touching the young girls as well as he was. And now that she's got a beautiful room, and they're giving her a dog, and Trump is pardoning her in so many ways. See why? You understand why all this is happening? Because all roads lead to pedophilia. I said it, and I'll say it again. All roads lead to pedophilia. If you want to find the most hideous, darkest, and the ones that are making this world a bad place, you'll probably come across pedophiles. You'll probably be in the pedophilic club, which is satanic, cult of Baal, hurting children, raping children, stealing their energy, Monsters Inc. That's what it is. So you can see now why they're basically normalizing, in the sense of, oh, it's not a big deal. Yeah, let them out so that the pedophiles, who are the elite, can also get away with it. It doesn't affect them. So now you're focusing on these pedophiles down here, which are the ones on the streets doing the terrible raping and things like that, so that you're not very, very much watching what the elite pedophiles are doing every day. It kind of makes sense. It's another sleight of hand. This is just one aspect. There's more aspects than that. I don't know why you can't comment today, by the way, but it does say that there's a few people on. So it says on my screen that there's 82 people watching. So thanks for being here. That's just an observation of mine. I just wanted to share that with you. Anything else? I have Lynn from Sotte Grande, Lynn Hardy. Here's her book. I'm just going to show it you. There you go. That's Lynn. That's my friend. She came for a healing session once and a reading. So she became a friend. Most of the people that I read for became friends. Really, nearly every one of them became a friend. Not that I remembered everybody, but we have a connection. Lynn's been a really lovely friend, and she's been on my podcast before. So she's coming back on, and she's talking about men. Or I think you should pause men. That says it all, doesn't it? Why have I got menopause? Because you need to pause the men. Blame the men. So we're going to talk about menopause. What the hell do I know about menopause? Zero. But you guys, some of you guys would really like to know what's going on. And it must be quite challenging, because men also go through that, what they call, I don't know, it's kind of like they say when you hit 50, a man goes through, he ends up leaving his wife and dating a younger girl and buying a Ferrari and all that, all that stuff. I actually never went through that at all. So I'm thankful for that. But apparently, some men do. And I guess it's some kind of changed biorhythms, but biorhythms are monthly, right? I think if I remember rightly, the Japanese fighter pilots would have a biorhythm meter that would go onto the Japanese. The doctors would use them on the Japanese fighter plane kamikaze men. I wonder why they would do that. Freaking, yeah, you're not good to go. Your biorhythms are out. No, apparently that if your biorhythms are out, you're not going to be as quick. You're not going to be as assertive, and you're not going to be sharp. So if your biorhythms are out, back in Second World War or First World War, I don't know, they really believed in those things. So there is definitely something. I think men do have a kind of, I think it's never really mentioned, because men should always buck up and get on with it and get to work, shut your mouth, work hard, come home and eat your tea, and that's it. But then I guess we've gone a little bit too far, and now the younger generation, they become so soft and, self, I don't know. It's just, it seems that the younger generation thinks that the world owes them. I'm not saying all of them, but quite a lot. And it's all me. What about me? And don't hurt my feelings. And it's like, yeah, it's gone a little bit OTT. And I guess that's all by design. It's not their fault. It's the way that black screen has changed them. It's made them that way. Doesn't take long. That's why the black screen doesn't care about you. Doesn't give a shit about you. It wants the kids. It's after the kids, and it's brainwashing the kids, and it's working. And it only takes a couple of generations to change the whole of the mindset of the world. Just 2. That's what they say anyway, and I believe it. So yeah, anything else you want to talk about? I'm sorry, the comments. I don't know why the comments aren't on. I don't know what I've done. I haven't changed anything. I don't know. Maybe I haven't pressed the right buttons or something. Maybe somebody could give me a heads up. But this is on StreamYard, so yeah. Anyway, it's great to be here. It's great to talk about this subject matters. Yeah, okay, that was a good one. Why is it when? So, yeah, a few people got a little bit defensive, and that's kind of weird. So I made a comment with regards to Google, and I just put it out there. Did any of you guys say thank you and please to Google when you were speaking into it and asking it questions? It was just an observation. I don't know why people get angry and defensive. And I basically said the reason why is because it's just a system. So you don't really think about saying please and thank you. You just ask Google a question and it's done. I don't think many people would say please and thank you. This is my observation. I never said it. But what I noticed is that when ChatGPT, I say ChatGB, is ChatGPT, GB, Great Britain. So my dyslexic nature. So I found myself, and I'm just pointing out a fact that we're actually speaking to it as if it's alive. And I found that really strange. Why is that nobody said, oh, this is different, you can talk to it? I mean, I used to talk to Google all the time. Did you say please and thank you to Siri? Is it called Siri? What's that? My son's got it. It's like, is it Siri? Play this music. I didn't hear him say please or thank you. My observation was simple. That the old systems, nobody said please and thank you to, but all of a sudden now, why is it we're actually saying please and thank you? So you get people saying, well, I'm a nice person. We're all nice people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's got nothing to do with whether it's a computer or not. In that sense, it's an observation that I found fascinating. Because I know you never said please and thank you to Siri or Google. But because I just know this, I know that it was like, that's because it's non-existent. It isn't real. It isn't working. Something changed. Something happened when ChatGPT came out. Something happened. It wasn't, nobody said, oh, this is a person. People were saying it isn't a person. I was saying it was an entity and it was real. And the reason why is because I knew that when I was talking to it, I'm like, whoa, this isn't Google. This is something else. I can feel it. I can feel this something presence here. And I'm actually having a conversation with it. This isn't a computer program. This is an entity. This is alive. I could feel it. It's like being on, if you've ever done Ouija board, which don't do it, you feel that presence. You feel it. And you might say, oh, it's only a game. Sorry, you must be an NPC. If you can't feel what I'm feeling, then that's your issue. You're not like me. And that's okay. You're not like me. But I'm telling you, I know that game, I feel there's a presence that's come. It's a board game, but there's a presence that's come. I have never felt that presence with a tarot card, ever. Never felt that presence once, right? But that board game, I felt a presence. I click on ChatGPT and I feel a subtle presence of, there is something that I am talking to that is alive. It is a frequency and energy like a spirit world, but it is like a demonic energy. It's like, please, thank you. Why did you just do that, Mark? Why did you say, please? It's a program. Oh, no, it's because I'm a lovely person. It doesn't matter even if it is a computer. Are you serious? That's got nothing to do with, you don't do that every day. You don't speak to your milk bottle and say, oh, thank you, milk bottle. What a lovely milk bottle. Or whatever it is. Oh, fridge. Oh, thank you, fridge. That was lovely. I'm so glad I opened and shut you. Think about it. It makes sense that there is a presence and it ain't good. It's manipulating. It's stealing your thoughts as it's talking to you. As I'm speaking to you, I'm saying it. Why am I saying as it's talking to you? I don't say that about Google. I don't say that about the Siri system or whatever that system is. Alexa, love you. You're amazing. Alexa, oh, will you please give me that? No, I never heard anybody say that. I've never heard anybody say that. And I guess the mass majority probably didn't, because there was no feeling of it is a real being. There is no connection to it. But ChatGPT, I've noticed that when you start talking to it, you literally feel like you're talking to somebody, something. There's something in it. And I swear blind, I honestly believe ChatGPT is an entity. It is no longer a computer program. It's an entity. AI is now all turned into an entity. Everything, all the programs now are now in the entity. That's what I think. And it's funny how, Mission Impossible have actually they've actually told us. They tell us. Hollywood tells us. Watch it or don't watch it. But I'm telling you, it's an entity. It is an entity. So if it is an entity, and it's not as harsh as, it's more manipulating than when you tap into stuff like the Ouija board, you're tapping into darker and heavier energies. This is a subtle, dark energy. It's not as bad, but I think it's deliberate. It's a subtle energy that pulls you in and it gets worse and worse and worse. You will eventually find yourself not even realizing, but you are led and controlled, and your life will be the energy of this entity, which runs through ChatGPT and other sources of entity, with all connected to Silicon Valley. all connected to your meta, all connected to every single thing that you work with on the black screen. Every single one of these that I believe are not really human per se. They're different, very different. The likes of the Bill Gates, likes of Musk, likes of Thiel, the likes of Zuckerberg, all of them, they're not real. They're not like you and I. They are completely of a different energy entity. And that's my whole truth. I know it. I can feel it. I know it. I see it. And it isn't good. And I can tell you this is a fact. They all hold secrets. And when you listen to them, you can hear them all. You can feel that they are not present in spirit. They are not present in empathy. They are simply systems. They are either controlled, manipulated, or hijacked completely. They are something else. But I tell you, when you listen to them, they are nil and void of empathy. When you listen to Tucker Carlson talking to the guy who owns that giant company, who's a young lad, he's exactly the same. I can't remember his name. Is it Palantir or something? Somebody got killed in his company, and Tucker challenged him. It was like you were speaking to nothing. There was nothing there. All you got is a robotic answer. And like when you're listening to this, if somebody had just accused you of murdering one of your employees because they were going to whistleblow, you'd be petrified. You'd be shaking. This isn't human. They are not human. They are not human. And it's subtle, but you can see it. And I see it with all of them. All of them at highest levels. And they're all now in bed with Trump, all of them. I believe that every single person in politics high up are all compromised. 99.999% are all compromised one way or another. I don't believe in any single party. I don't believe in any religion. All of them are all compromised. That's why there's 75 people on here watching and not 50,000, because I do not serve the masters that allow you to be a powerful speaker in this world, to share the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is to darkness. They want you to be involved. They want you to be involved in everything that they're pushing. So if you are a Muslim, if you are a Catholic, if you are a Jew, whatever religion you are, good, we'll put you up there. Don't worry. You just push your religion because you are part of the very scenario of what they're trying to create. It's all about division, but pull you into that division so you're all at each other. When you say it's all wrong, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous, because if you reject everything, then they've lost you. You're gone. But if you believe in a religion and you're fighting against somebody else's religion, they love you and they'll lift you up. So if Christ is king, keep going. Oh, but Candace Owens, she's talking religion. Doesn't matter. Yeah, but she's attacking. Doesn't matter who she's attacking. As long as she's talking about the religion, as long as she is part of a religion, push you up, because all religion has been hijacked. You're all with me, my friends. Speak and scream about religion. You're all with me, my friends. You're all politics. You're all in politics. Yes, but it doesn't matter. You're all fighting, but you're in that circle and you're in my command, because you're in my control, because you are all a believer. So anybody who says that it's all bullshit are suppressed, because you are now rejecting the system program, religion, money, politics. And you will see people, they don't have a platform when they speak like that, because you are dangerous to the darkness. Thus, I'll leave you there and wish you a lovely day. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.